any neutrals watching in, he'll be the other name you will recognise. A fine footballer by all accounts. Centre forward then is Martin F. O'Neill. Number 12 then Evan Kern. Moving into the full forward line, here's where the couple of changes are. Number 13 Jamie Gleeson is out with a hamstring, and number 17 Martin Blondie O'Neill, as he's known, replaces him. Number 14 then is John Kennedy, and number 18 Ivan Sinnott comes in place of number 15 Alan Corwin. Moving on to the Shamrocks team then, two changes there. The first one is the goalkeeper. Tim Lenihan is replaced by Bernie Kelleher. Now Bernie is double jobbing today because he's also a selector. We're nearly ready to throw in. I'll quickly run through the rest of the team before the referee throws up the ball. Tom O'Donovan, Ivan O'Neill and Jason Ahern are the full back line. Ed Lonergan, Padraig Ahern and Adam Crawford, half back line. Midfield, JP Lucy, Thomas O'Neill, then Padraig Hines, Shane Roach and Kieran Crawford. And we're off. And Edward Hines, Tom Dalton replaces Cullum Roach at full forward, and Bill Hines is in there then in the other corner. We're just underway here, and straight away it's the men from the city are on to the attack here, driving forward. They won't work the ball up, but they've been turned over, and Shamrocks managed to turn this one away and start. They've managed to, I suppose, hold out that first attack, and they'll be trying to settle. As we mentioned earlier, this could potentially be their 4th county final loss in a row. They do not want that to happen, and Billy Hines now has it on the far side of the field. Billy gives a lovely left foot pass inside. They get onto the ball there. A man goes to ground. The referee has decided Dalton goes to ground. Does the referee decide it's a free? He does eventually. Our ball has gone out of play, and it's going to be a kick out. So still no score here after 2 minutes gone in this one. And it's going to be Richard Roach to kick this one out for Mount Sion. Here we go with this one. Of course, 2018, as we mentioned, Sion did win this. They decided not to go up. That rule is in Waterford. Unless you win back-to-back junior A's, you don't have to go up to intermediate. So they didn't, and they're still in junior. They've won that kick out. Oh, it's off the head, actually. That goes to ground. A few players still fighting for it, and it's the Shamrocks who have it. The referee points to his head for some reason, not quite sure what that signal means. Either way, Shamrocks get the free, and they start on the attack here. Well worked down the line there as far as Lonergan. Lonergan's on the ball. He's over the 13 on his left-hand side. Looks like a decent shot. Is it between the posts? The crowd like it here. That's over the bar. That's the first score of the game. Ed Lonergan got onto that. There was a bit of confusion there from the kick out. They won the free, went out to the line. Lonergan got the ball down along the far sideline, left leg over the bar. A good start for him. 3 minutes gone or so. Well, 3 minutes apparently was supposed to be gone. We're looking over the far scoreboard. It has the time of day as opposed to the time of the match, so don't let that catch you out. There's actually about 90 seconds or so gone here in this one. And again, we're kicked out there by Roach. This time Mount Sion managed to win their own kick out. So O'Neill back there. He's 17 on his back, but we expect to see him playing in the forwards. They've worked as far as Luke O'Brien. O'Brien plays it on to O'Neill again. O'Neill takes his solo, feeds that one forward, and they come on the attack here again. Trying to build something, but good defending. They're keeping him out. The Shamrocks that's not letting them pass them. Good defending over there. Good start by that Shamrocks defence. They've done well. They've conceded a line ball over there on the far side of the field though, and it looks like Austin Leeson is going to go over and take that one. Austin looking around him now, speaking to the Mount Sion backroom team before this one. They're actually pretty happy the way the football and the hurling championship is laid out in Waterford at the moment. All hurling first and then all football. It meant they could actually give the football a real go, they say. Here comes Gleeson, right foot. Looks like he's going for it. Looks like it might be drifting to the right and wide, and that is the first wide of the game, coming off the boot of the 2016 Young Hurler of the Year and Hurler of the Year, Austin Gleeson. So Bernie Kelleher now with the kick out. He only was announced there as goalie in the last few minutes, but he's come in there instead of Tim Lenihan. Here he goes, the man who's a selector. Oh, he goes low, slightly risky, but he finds his man Ahern there. Ahern picks that one up, and the Shamrocks come away again, up as far as the 65s, between the two 65s. Good running there by Dalton. Leaves it back outside as far as Roach. Roach feeds it inside as far as Lucy. Lucy takes on his man. He goes past 2-3 players, but the ball goes to ground. Still Lucy fighting for this. He's working hard. Well laid off there. Out to the point score. He lays it off again, and the shot is going to come in there from Crawford. He decides to pass it. Shamrock still holding on to this one. They've been patient. They're around the 45. Over and back across the field. Now it's Hines again. They're still holding on to that, the Shamrocks. Hines looks like he might have taken a few too many steps, and that's exactly what the referee has decided, and it's going to be a free out. Still 1 point to no score in favour of Shamrocks. Now it's Sion on to this again. Evan Kern of Mount Sion coming forward with this one. Takes a little toe to hand, steadies himself. Gets a bit of support there from Penkert. Penkert, it's up around 45. High tackle there, the referee decides, and it's going to be a free in from about 45 yards out, about 10 in from the sideline. Won't be an easy one, but will give them a chance to get on the scoreboard. And it looks like Kern is back up and he's well able to play on. And they actually go short, decide not to attack the goal with that one. And here comes Austin Gleeson. Austin Gleeson takes on two men. The referee says he took too many steps. The Mount Sion crowd do not like that. The Shamrocks lads are pretty happy about that as their defence holds firm. And we're up on 4 minutes and they're yet to concede a score. So they will be delighted about that. It's still 1 point to no score if you're joining us late. That point coming from Ed Lonergan. And today's game is brought to you in association with Baldwin Ice Cream and Jim O'Neill Agri. So thanks very much to them for their support. So we're going to restart now with a kick. A free kick back in their own back line. Nice and shortly taken. They hold on to possession well. Working it there, Hines. Edward Hines now going forward. Takes the solo. Lays it off outside and they hold on to this one. It's Crawford now. Crawford's on to 45. Gives a good pass inside as far as Edward Hines, who started this move. He does very well. Gets himself a free about 37 or 38 yards out from goal. Relatively central. And you'd imagine this will be fairly scoreable. Even bring it on a few extra metres. And Billy Hines is going to take this one. Coming up on 5 minutes gone in this one. 1 point to no score. That point coming from Ed Lonergan of Shamrocks. And here comes Hines now. He's going to take this out of his hands. They say statistically it's actually more difficult to take him out of your hands than off the ground. But he's going for it out of his hands. He's obviously confident in his style. He's in front of the goals about 25 yards out on his left foot and puts that one over the bar. And he gets his account up and running. We're 2 points to no score here now to Shamrocks in this Junior A Waterford Football County Final. Richard Roach now of Mount Sion with the kick out. He's been far busier of the two goalkeepers today. This is his third or fourth kick out. And I suppose two of them have gone his way and maybe two of them haven't. So he's looking to find someone here. He's going long. It's dropping around the midfield area. 3 or 4 go for an Austin Gleeson. Picks that one out of the sky. Calls the mark and then gives it across the field. Lovely ball out to his captain, Stephen Roach. Both those players, of course, were part of that Mount Sion hurling team, I should say, who went all the way to the semi-final in Waterford this year, only beaten by eventual winners Ballygunner. Back to Gleeson again. Gleeson gives it out to Roach. Roach feeds it forward on. Still Mount Sion on the attack here, working as far as Donald Power. Power in a bit of space, gives it back out. Nice move, good interplay here. But has it gone to ground? Well read there. Shamrocks again, their defence has been very impressive today. Again, they've turned over the ball, just strength in numbers back there. And it was Ahern back there, Padraig Ahern. But just as I start to compliment him, the ball is turned over. And Sion hold on to this one again. Austin Gleeson, he looks calm and composed there. Took his solo, read what was in front of him and then laid it off. And here comes Sion again, driving forward. It's O'Neill now. O'Neill takes a shot from a difficult enough angle on his right hand side, and that one has gone to the right and wide. That's their second wide of the game. So still 2 points to no score in favour of Shamrocks. And again it's going to be Bernie Kelleher to take the kick out. He's looking for some runners. You'd imagine they would have practiced this a lot in the week coming up to this game. The kick out is so important in modern football. Holding on to possession in general is so important. And he goes out to this near side of the field. Up goes for this goes Roach. Shane Roach doesn't manage to get it done. It's well caught back there by Stephen Roach, the Mount Sion captain. Roach gives the signal, plays it out to the right hand side. And they hold on to this one again. Driving forward there is O'Neill. O'Neill fists that one forward nicely. Up as far as Luke O'Brien. Luke O'Brien has a bit of space. He looks at the target. It was brilliantly blocked. Brilliantly blocked by Padraig Ahern back there. That was definitely going over the bar. So that is a point-saving block. And they start to come now. Here do Shamrocks. Can they turn this into a 2-point swing? Lovely kick down inside. There's men out there in front. It looks like Hines is out in front of his man. Oh, but just hits off his hand and it's well turned over. Good defending back there from Mount Sion point of view. Hines will feel he was slightly unlucky. That one looked like it came off his thumb maybe. He just couldn't control it the first time. So it remains at 2 points to no score in favour of the Shamrocks. But it's a Mount Sion free now back inside their own half. Short little kick out there as far as Donald Power. Donald Power goes back. Still holding on to this other Sion. Over and back now is to Austin Gleeson. Austin Gleeson has been involved in an awful lot in this game so far. Gives it back as far as another county man or a former county man, Ian Iggy O'Regan. He goes back and it's still Gleeson again here. Gleeson rides the tackle there, looks outside and plays a lovely ball in his left boot into space. Well read there again, brilliantly taken there by the Shamrocks. Good defending out there by their cornerback, or their fullback I should say, Tommy McGrath, or should I say Ivan O'Neill I should say. Ivan O'Neill won that one. His clearance maybe didn't go as far as he'd like, but they've won the line ball. The line ball now is going to be taken by Shane Roach. Shane Roach here in front of us goes with his left across the field as far as Adam Crawford. Crawford gives it inside to Padraig Hines. Hines gives that back and they're just holding on to this one, trying to steady themselves, trying to work in a move as far as Shane Roach again, the man who took that line ball a few minutes ago. He looks up, good vision out of the road, tries to split a pass but it just doesn't go through. It's well read back there by the Mount Sion defence and it's now Adam Crawford, or I should say Peter Pinkirk in possession of the ball. Peter Pinkirk plays that up the line as far as Donald Power. Donald Power then gives it to O'Neill. O'Neill gives a low ball down inside as far as Sinnott. Sinnott is out in front but he doesn't manage to get it. And the Shamrocks have turned it over. It's Jack Byrne now Jack Byrne over the far side of the field, driving forward. He has support. Goes for the punt pass down inside to Hines. Hines is in front of his man. He gets it on the second attempt. It's still Hines. Billy Hines down a bit of space, but he's moved away from goals. Gives it out to his brother Padraig. Padraig gives it on to Thomas O'Neill. O'Neill then, but O'Neill, the pass doesn't go where he would have intended to. And Luke O'Brien of Mount Sion picked that one up and gave it as far as Power. It gives it back as far as O'Brien now. O'Brien goes back across the field as far as Martin O'Neill. Martin O'Neill gives that one across. Gives that across, and it's Austin Gleeson again. Austin Gleeson, he's a big, powerful man, in with the strength and conditioning of the hurlers, and you can really see it here. He's worked it up as far as John Kennedy. Kennedy gives it back as far as Ozzy. Ozzy has a man standing him up. He's doing well, but Austin looks like he's going to chance it from about 42 yards out. Austin Gleeson puts that one high, puts that one between the posts, and that's the first score for Mount Sion in this final. Austin Gleeson has been doing well, and he's been involved in lots of things there. Managed to work that move for himself, looked up, saw the space, felt he had the chance to take it on, and he did, and it's now 2-1 coming up on 10 minutes in this one. Poor kick out there though, and Stephen Roach has it now for Mount Sion. Roach gives it outside, gets a bit of support from Kern. Evan Kern now has it, looks to give it back, but good defending again there by the Shamrocks lads. Turn that one over. Great defending there back there by Padraig Ahern again. And they have been doing well. Their defence has been strong, only conceding that 1 point inside this first 10 minutes or so. And here they come again. Here come the Shamrocks back. Padraig Hines, who has been up and down the field all day today. Padraig Hines now looking up, looking to play this one inside. They've been using that kick pass in as far as Donovan now. Edward Donovan gets that, it bounces into his hands. Here comes Donovan now. He's all the way up the field. Or Lonergan lays that inside. It's gone to ground again as well. Dalton has this. Dalton, the man who wasn't due to start today, gets onto that. There was a high tackle there, says the referee. And it's going to be a free in now, which Billy Hines is going to take, you'd imagine. Billy already has one today. It was slightly easier though, it's more centre. This one is more out by the sideline. Billy is well able to take these. He's going to again go out of his hands. 10.5 minutes gone in this one. And here he goes. The crowd silence a small bit to give him a chance. Here comes Billy. Maybe 25, 26 yards out on his left hand side. That one does look good, doesn't have the legs. It just drops short into Richard Roach's hands of Mount Sion, and they come away again, slowly building from the back. There's a real contrast in play almost here. Sion really using the fist passes as opposed to the Shamrocks are utilising the kick passes. Tackle come in there and the referee, and there's going to be a free out now. A free out to Mount Sion. They come across the field back as far as Stephen Roach again. Stephen Roach takes a few toe to hands. He's got the gum shield hanging out of his mouth there. Don't know how happy the referee would be about that, but either way, he's playing forward in as far as Penkirk. Penkirk gets that soccer style inside. Mount Sion hold on to that. A lot of soccer play going on there. Good work there by Ahern though. Ahern goes down onto it. Is there a push in the back? Looks like there was a push in the back, says the referee, and it's going to be a free out. Padraig Ahern, is he going to take it? He's not. He is. Eventually he's going to take it. He was struggling with a bit of an injury there, but he's going to take it now, looking for some support, looking for runners. And again, as we said, they're utilising this kick pass an awful lot to go across the field now at this time. And Ivan O'Neill has it. Ivan O'Neill is way back inside his own defence, coming out over the 45. Still O'Neill, head up, good style of football, heads up football, looking for some support. They're coming across the field. 2-1 here in this one. Giving it back as far as O'Neill again. Ivan O'Neill now, he's up, he's number 3 in his back, but he's well into the other half. Padraig Hines now gets it again. The Hineses have been prominent, as you would expect in this game. He's driving forward. Here comes Padraig Hines past his man. Still going forward. Still Hines. Does very well. Invites the tackle. Gets the foul. About 46, 47 metres out now. It's going to be a free. And is Billy Hines going to come out and take this, or is it slightly outside his range? We'll just have to wait and see. Shamrocks lead this one by a point. They'll have that 2018 hurt in the back of their head. They lost that one extra time. Don't want that to happen again here. Crawford now is out here in a bit of space. The pass wasn't amazing, but he managed to control it. Crawford is looking around. He has a bit of space, deciding what to do with it. Gives it in for his John Paul Lucy. Lucy goes on. He has Roach standing him up, but Lucy holds on to this. Good speed by Lucy. Lucy has it now, goes back, and again they've worked it again. As far as Dalton. Dalton now has it. Dalton, oh, he stood up there. Well, is that a free? The referee says no. He went to ground, but they hold on to possession. Again, it's Crawford. Again has it out here by the sideline. Crawford holding on to it. Over back. Gives it back as far as the brother Kieran. Good vision out of him. Goes across the field. They hold on to possession. Well held there by Thomas O'Neill. O'Neill now in plenty of time and space. They've worked that on again. Still the Shamrocks over and back. It's O'Neill again in a bit of space. Looks at the post. Here comes O'Neill. That one is high enough. Has it the Yakins? Yes, it does. That's over the bar. Brilliant work move there by Shamrocks that results in Thomas O'Neill putting the ball over the bar. It must have went through 8, 9, 10 passes maybe. They were patient, worked it across into a scoring position, and Thomas O'Neill puts that one over the bar. Good score from him. 3-1. 13.5 minutes gone in this one so far. The referee has stopped it for a few minutes now. A yellow card. The yellow card there, I didn't quite see who that was too. It's a Mount Sion man anyway. We might clarify that a bit later, but there was a yellow card there. Anyway, for something off the ball, but we're going to restart with a kick out here. Roach goes with the kick out. Oh, well taken there by Roach. Or well taken there by Mikey Dakins, I should say. Dakins then plays that one forward inside. He's looking for Sinnott. Sinnott was out in front of his man, but it looks like it's Tom O'Donovan who's going to get this. The 40-year-old out there playing like a young fella, plays that inside, still holding on to the ball. Back as far as O'Donovan again. He goes back inside as far as Lonergan, the man who got the first point of this game. Still holding on to this. Shane Welch now has it. Gives it inside as far as Crawford now. Crawford has it. Crawford has been good. He's been making these runs up the field all day so far. Gives it into the brother again, Kieran. They've worked well. One or two passes we've seen go between the two of them. And in as far as Edward Hines. Edward Hines skins his man. He's trying to make a shot for himself. Good tackling back there by the Mount Sion man down. The ball goes to the ground. But still somehow Hines holds onto this. Trying to get his right foot. The shot comes in. It's low but just lacked a bit of power. And Richard Roach was there to just thankfully take that from his point of view. Good work there by Hines, but maybe he was a bit tired taking the shot. It's worked its way out and it's going to be a free out now. Mount Sion can take a slight breather after that. They might have been in trouble. There might have been a goal on there, but the score remains 3-1 coming up on 15 minutes gone in this one. We're expecting the water break in the next few minutes. And now they've worked the ball back as far as Austin Gleeson. He lets the ball do the work there. Now he gets it. Now he turns on the afterburners. He tries to take on. Great work there. Great work there by JP Lucy. John Paul Lucy did very well there to track Austin Gleeson. Didn't let him take him on. Oh, there was a bit of a tackle there off the ball. A few men involved in that. Looked like John Kennedy goes to ground for Mount Sion. He's having a word with the linesman. Not happy what happened there, but the referee says play on. Play the ball, and it's Shamrocks now who have it. Working the ball across their own half back line. Still holding on to John Paul Lucy again. Right boot, outside the right boot. Tries to play that into a bit of space. Trying to get it over there as far as Dalton. Dalton though isn't first to it, and it's well won over there by Dakins. Dakins wins. There was a tackle in the back, I'd say, and it's going to be a free out. A free out now. It's Ian O'Regan fist that one forward. They hold on to this one now. Do Mount Sion. Coming up at 16 minutes gone. 3-1 in favour of the Shamrocks. They've worked it back as far as Peter Pencourt now. Peter Pencourt goes between the 265s. Oh, he's challenged there well. He's challenged there unfairly though, according to the referee, and Pencourt gets up and takes himself his free. Plays that inside, looking for Evan Kern. Well read though. That Shamrocks defence, we've talked about it a few times already in this game, but they have been rock solid so far, only conceding that 1 point from Austin Gleeson when he shot from about 32 or 33 yards out. Now they're driving forward here again through Crawford. Crawford takes on Gleeson, gives a pass inside, and it's going to be a free there. Padraig Hines looks like he received a push in the back there, and he's won himself a free. Maybe it was slightly more serious than a push in the back. Either way, he's up now, Padraig Hines, and he's won his team a free just outside the 45. And it looked like it's going to be Shane Roach to take this one slightly further out. He's going to again take this out of his hands, or is he making a tee for himself? It looks like, no, yeah, he's taking it off the ground. As we suggested before, they say they're slightly easier off the ground. Now this is a fair distance out. That's the 45 line in front of him, and he decides, yeah, I'm going to go short with this one. Oh, it just doesn't work out as he would have liked. And Mount Sion turned this one over and cleared out over the line ball. And I think that is the whistle for the water break. The referee gives the sign there. Haven't seen that sign for the water break before. It's almost like something you do when you're at the bar, when you're calling someone to get you a pint. That's what he went for there. But we've played, 17 odd minutes so far in this one. It's Shamrocks 3 points, it's Mount Sion 1 point, and Shamrocks will definitely be the happier with how things have gone so far. Their points coming there from Ed Lonergan, Thomas O'Neill and Billy Hines from a free. Austin Gleeson is the only man to score for the men in blue. As we mentioned, picking a bunch maybe. He got it from maybe 36, 37 yards out, shot in his right hand side between the post and over the bar. But it is the Shamrocks who lead this one, and the Shamrocks who will definitely be the happier how things are going so far. They're just utilising the ball a little bit more. They're kicking the ball. They're letting the ball do the work, I suppose. You could say the breeze isn't the factor. You could say maybe they're using the breeze, but the breeze so far, as you can see on camera there, is more or less non-existent. The flags are all fairly drooped around the field, so that won't be an issue. Maybe fitness would be an issue, you could argue. Mount Sion, of course, competing in senior hurling. They went all the way to the semi-final, lost to Ballygunner. Shamrocks are intermediate. Maybe that will be an issue. I don't think so though. The Shamrocks look fit. Their fitness doesn't so far look to be an issue. But both sides are well up for this game. Both sides will want to win something. It's 1984 since the Shamrocks last won. They're the 4-time Western champions. So they want to get their day in the sun. They want to get over the line today. Mount Sion, as we mentioned, 2018 was when they won their last one, and they decided not to go up that year. So, but the football, they are taking it more seriously this year, according to their backroom staff. They're delighted with the way the championship allowed for that. So we're coming back out now for the second quarter. The Shamrocks are first to break their huddle. They had less to say to each other, you'd imagine, as they're winning, but 3 points to 1. It's not a huge lead. They had that goal chance a few minutes ago as well through Edward Hines when he went down by the end line. Took a shot in his left-hand side, just wasn't a huge amount of power on it. And Richard Roach in the Mount Sion goal was able to save it. So we're just getting ready here to start the second quarter. So we're going to start with a line ball now. That line ball is going to be taken here. It's actually going to be taken down there on the far side of the field by Tom Dalton. Dalton tried to create an attack there, but Mount Sion read that one well, and now they start to come away, build out their own defence. Building slowly and patiently, and now they're up to the 65. They're up to the 65 through Donald Power. Donald Power looks across the field. Good ball to him into a bit of space into Martin F. O'Neill. Martin F. O'Neill plays that back as far as Stephen Roach, the team captain. Roach, lovely ball outside the right boot into plenty of space. And Mount Sion hold on to this one. Hold on to it through their centre back, or no, it's their centre forward. It's O'Neill over there on the far side of the field. He gives the ball and then goes on the loop, doesn't get the return done. It's in as far as the other O'Neill. Now O'Neill has it again, looking outside to John Kennedy. Kennedy yet to score in the game, like I suppose the other 14 players on that Mount Sion team besides Austin Gleeson, the only man to score for them. But they hold on to the ball. They'll be hoping to get a score out of this attack. Good running off the shoulder there by Penkirk. Penkirk's inside, he goes to ground. The referee is slow to make a decision, but he has blown the whistle, and it's going to be a free in. And you'd imagine this one will be fairly scoreable. A well-worked move there from Mount Sion. Good running off the shoulder there by Peter Penkirk, and he's won his side a free that's going to be taken now inside the 21, off the ground there by O'Neill. He would imagine he's going to put this one over the bar fairly easily to get them up to 2 points for the day. Only put 1 point in this game. Coming up on 20 minutes, just over 20 minutes gone in this one. Here he goes, fairly straightforward. Left foot, off the ground, over the bar. And now we've only a point in this game. Considering Shamrocks have probably been the more dominant team so far, they'll be disappointed to only be a point ahead. Mount Sion are a good side. They've got plenty of players who have county experience, and they're not going to be easy bet. But here we go. We're going to start now with Bernie Kelleher in the Shamrock goal. Unusual run up out of him. Got a bit of a curve into his run, but it's a decent kick. Goes into the air. There's a push in the back, and the Shamrocks win that one. They come down the field, down this near side of the field. The ball goes. It's overhit though down there, and who's onto it? It's gone out over the line. Both sets of management claim it's their ball, but it's going to be a Mount Sion ball, I feel. Yeah, it is, and they're going to take it back there through their cornerback, Mikey Dawkins, or Dakins. He gives it actually to Ian O'Regan, who's going to take it now instead. He's in no hurry, goes back with the left foot and goes back, and they just hold on to this one. They're a point down, but they're in no hurry to get this one going. O'Regan goes across the field into plenty of space. Most of the play has been played, it's fairly obvious, on this near side of the field. So the odd time Mount Sion have looked up and spotted the gap in the far side of the field. But again, it's worked over to this side of the field. And as I speak, they give it over to that side of the field, which seems to have much more space. And now Donald Power is onto it. Donald Power behind the 265s, has a man on his shoulder, gives it onto him. It's Curran. Curran feeds that one forward. And there's a foul in there. It looks like Stephen Roach was fouled. And he's going to actually take the free himself, is he? No, he puts it down and he's going to leave it to O'Neill again. Mount Sion starting to build, starting to get a bit better now in this second quarter. They were probably outplayed in the first quarter, but they have been much the better, I suppose, in the first 2 or 3 minutes of this second quarter. And here comes O'Neill. He scored the last one for Mount Sion. Here he goes now. It's from his left foot. This one is a much more difficult kick though. It's farther out. The breeze has kicked up and it's going into his face. He's going with his left. He gets a lovely trajectory on it. Does it have the accuracy? Yes, it does. And that is a fine score by O'Neill. He is 2 from 2 for the day, and we're all square here after 22 minutes. Kelleher now with the kick out. He's looking around. As we mentioned, the breeze now is probably slightly in favour of the Shamrocks. And it's there, is with them, but it's pretty non-existent at the same time. He goes to the right boot. Well done, he found his man Shane Roach straight into the breadbasket there. He calls the mark, turns and gives it down inside as far as Hines again. Hines is, or it's not Hines, it's Dalton. Dalton's out in front of his man, but the ball beats him too, and it's going to be a line ball now to Mount Sion. Mount Sion go back with that one back as far as Jack Byrne. Jack Byrne looks up inside, he gives it back to his goalkeeper. Richard Roach, who's out of his goals, and gives that one on to Penkirk. Plenty of space out here for Penkirk. He gets that one, goes down in it, looking around now, trying to get something going here. John Kennedy, who was 14 years back, was all the way back in his own half back line, gets onto this. Got great pace though, good ball across the field, giving it back across as far as O'Neill. O'Neill out by the sideline in a bit of space, gives a lazy looking hand pass, and it was lazy, but it's worked out for him. He managed to hand pass himself almost, and it worked out as far as Luke O'Brien. O'Brien inside the 14, tackling around him. The referee says that's a free. It's going to be a free in a very scoring position. But there was danger there. Luke O'Brien, if he'd just got a little bit more space, he was about to leave off this shot. And it's going to be O'Neill now who's going to take this. Again, it's practically straight in front of the goal. You'll be marking this up as a point ever before he even puts the ball down. But I suppose Shamrocks will take this all day long. There was possibly a goal on, so they'll take only conceding a point. So O'Neill is taking his time, digging up the pitch here in Lemybrien. The groundsmen won't like that, but he won't mind. He's taking his time now, taking his few steps back. He's got 2 already today. Here he goes, left-footed. Gets a nice little chip on that. And that's 3 from 3 for Martin O'Neill there, the number 11 from Mount Sion. "24 minutes gone here now, and Bernie Keller is about to take this kick out. He's been under slightly more pressure since this second quarter kicked off. And again, they have a tactic here. Oh, that one fooled everyone, I think. It did not fool the Shamrocks defence. Done it brilliantly taken there by Jason Ahern. Jason Ahern took a hefty shoulder, caught the ball, took a hefty shoulder, won his side a free, and has really inspired the crowd here in the last couple of minutes. Good work there by Crawford, gives it as far as Lonergan. Lonergan feeds it forward to Crawford again. Crawford though is fouled, it's a free kick. And Shamrocks have gone out of the game the last couple of minutes. They'll be hoping to get another attack going here, get a score on the board as they've lost their lead. They came into the second quarter 3 points to 1 up. It's now 4 points to 3 in favour of Mount Sion. But they've got the ball again through Edward Hines. Edward Hines takes on a couple of men, holds onto the ball. It's gone to ground, but he managed to get it up again. He's 2 or 3 players standing up in front of him. The referee just lets it go on, and he eventually, very slow to make the call, but eventually the referee has decided Edward Hines did enough to win himself a free right on the 45, but he was slow to give it, was Timothy Organ. And they've taken it quickly. Here come the Shamrocks again. Here comes Hines. Hines lays it inside his brother Billy. Billy now on his left hand side puts that over the block with his shot. Has it gone over the crossbar? Yes, it has. Good score there by Billy. Billy already has 1 from a free today. Now he's got 1 from play. Now it's 4 points apiece after 25 and a half minutes, and we've got a game going here. Good work there by Edward Hines initially to win the free. Then he played the ball into the brother Billy. Billy got a bit of space. There was a man standing in front of him trying to block him. He put it high and over the block, and more importantly over the crossbar, and we're 4 points apiece here again as that ball is kicked out and won by Lonergan. Lonergan plays that inside. They're holding on to this one. Well done there by Billy Hines, the man who just got the free a few minutes ago. He's out between the 265s, has a bit of space, gives it to Roach. Shane Roach now looks up, looking for a runner, looking for some space. Still Roach. Back to Hines. Back to Billy Hines now. Billy has it. Billy gives it back as far as O'Neill. O'Neill comes across the field as far as Crawford again. Adam Crawford now on the ball and plenty of space. He's got a couple of men inside calling for it. What does he decide to do? He gives it inside now. Gives it inside as far as Edward Hines. Edward Hines is a good engine on him. He's trying to create things, and it looks like it's going to work out to Adam Crawford now. Crawford goes down in it and he wins himself a free. Yes, he does. That maybe was slightly soft, but he's won himself a free in a score position, so he won't mind. And it gives Shamrocks a chance to go back into the lead here again, and it's going to be Billy Hines to stand over this one. Again, very central. Maybe, 24, 25 metres out on his left-hand side. He's going to take this one. He has 2 already today. 1 from free and 1 from play we saw a few minutes ago. Left-footed. That one is curling. Oh, is it? It's gone wide. That's one he will not be happy to see back again, I imagine. Probably should have scored that one. Still 4 points apiece. That one though I think it went off to the post and wide. Either way, it doesn't count on the scoreboard. And we're going to restart with a kick out to Richard Roach of Mount Sion. 4 points apiece here. When these 2 teams last met in a county final 2018, we've mentioned it a few times, that one went down to extra time before Mount Sion won it. So these 2 teams, there's nothing between them. Oh, the keeper slips as he kicks that, but he found a man in a blue jersey. That's the main thing from his point of view. And they managed to recover from that slight error. And they come away down the field on the far side of the field. Worked his way in as far as Ivan Sinnott. Ivan Sinnott, is he going to get to that before it gets out over the line? No, he doesn't, but they're saying it's a Sion line ball. It must have hit a Shamrocks man as the kick was going up there. So it's going to be Sinnott now. Sinnott leaves it though. He leaves it to Martin O'Neill. Does Martin O'Neill fancy his chance of a score from there? I doubt it. He's about 45 yards out and then has the angle. Instead he goes back across the field, but it's well cut out there by the Shamrocks man. That Shamrocks man was Crawford, Kieran Crawford, but Kieran Crawford did a little tug on the jersey and it's quickly taken there by Gleeson inside. Sion have a chance here. It's O'Neill. O'Neill on his left hand side. O'Neill only needs the minute bit of space. Put that onto his left hand side and put that over the bar. His first score from play for the day. His 4th overall, but you just can't give him any bit of time or space. Went one way, came back onto the left and put that over the bar. 5 points to 4. Going up for that, Gleeson looks like he got a punch on that, but it comes down to O'Neill. O'Neill has a point already today for the Shamrocks, plays that inside and they're getting onto this one. Can't be held out the first time, still on the ground, still hassling and harrying for that one. Who's going to get onto it? There's must be 6 or 7 lads sticking their backside, sticking everything they have into that one, but eventually comes out to Stephen Roach. He may be small in stature, but he's got some heart and engine on him, gets that, but as I talk about him, he gives a wayward pass and it's well read back there by Crawford again. Crawford's up and down the field all day, gets onto this one. And he's won his side a line ball. Good work out of him. And is he going to take it himself? He is. He's looking around him again for some support. Will he give it up to the brother? Will he give it up to Kieran? We've seen him do that a few times in this game already. So here comes Adam Crawford. Gives that one up the field. Maybe doesn't go as far as he'd like, and it's straight into the hands of Ian Iggy O'Regan. He gives that one on to Roach. Roach gives it back to Iggy. Iggy plays outside, out as far as O'Neill, the man who scored the last point a minute ago for Mount Sion. Again, he's given a little bit of space. He looked at the post, decides to give it back as far as Austin Gleeson. Gleeson fancies his chances. That one definitely came off his shin bone or somewhere that wasn't his foot. Anyway, Gary Owen into the square, takes a few touches and has gone out for a 45. Gleeson will be happy enough some good came of that because it was a very wayward shot. But it goes out and it's going to be a 45 and a chance of a score again for O'Neill. O'Neill, as we mentioned, has 4 already today. 3 coming from place balls, 1 coming from play in the last few minutes. We have about 10 seconds of normal time to go by my reckoning as O'Neill steps up to this one. Again, it's pretty central. It's the distance that's going to be the issue here as opposed to accuracy. And here he comes. He's definitely going for it this time. There's no one looking for it short. The left foot looks to be a strong one, but has drifted to the left and wide. And that's their 3rd wide of the game by my reckoning. So it remains Mount Sion 5 points, Shamrocks 4 points, and we're over the 30-minute mark. So we're just looking to the referee, Timmy Organ there, to see how long added time he'll play. There was no real injuries in that first half, so there probably won't be a huge amount of time added on. 5 points to 4, the kick out there coming from Kelleher. Again, it goes pretty centre, it's punched down. It looks like Iggy's onto this from Mount Sion, plays soccer style, gives a good ball inside and they hold on to possession. Curran feeds that out as far as John Kennedy. Kennedy comes up to the 14, goes back. Almost saw the goal and said, I don't fancy it too much. Gives it back to Iggy. Iggy, intelligent ball inside, unorthodox style kick. But they hold on to possession there through O'Brien. O'Brien manages to gather that, goes to the ground, holds onto the ball, comes back across the field, goes all the way across the field. They must have lost 10 or 15 yards there, but they hold on to possession and they've worked it again. It's Roach. Roach fancies it, does he? He goes back. His man did well to hold him back out. But if O'Brien gives it back outside as far as Ozzie Gleeson. Ozzie's right on the sideline, but he looks out outside the right boot, puts a dangerous ball inside. Who's onto that? Curran of Mount Sion's in there, but the referee says there was pushing and pulling going on, and it's going to be a free out. A free out to the Shamrocks, but with a Mount Sion man gone down, and the referee's going to stop it for a second. I think it might be O'Neill has gone to ground there, is he holding his ankle? And it looks to be serious enough as we've stopped there. We've played 31 and a half minutes in this one, 5 points to 4 in favour of Mount Sion, and it's the Mount Sion man who's down, holding his knee, I think he is down there, and he's face down, which is never a good sign. It gives both sets of players a breather though, as things have got pretty lively in the last, maybe since the first water break. The second quarter has been far more lively than the first, and it's Mount Sion 5 points, it's Shamrocks 4 points. They have no subs warming up here, if that's any indication of whether the Mount Sion man will be able to keep going. He'll be doing everything he can to finish a county final. I still can't confirm exactly who it is. I think it's O'Neill, I think it's Mount Sion number 11. I think it's the man who's got 4 points already today and has been dangerous inside for them all day long. He's getting the magic spray, and has that done enough? Yes, it is O'Neill, as I suspected, and he's up and he's doing his best. He'll play on till the end of the half anyway, you'd imagine, and then they'll reassess at half time. So it's Kelleher to kick this one out. Kelleher drops it. Who's up for it? Looks like a few players were up for it, but it's a Shamrocks man who wins it. Padraig Hines plays that outside. Come outside as far as Ahern. Ahern gives a good ball inside. They hold on to possession here. Well worked there by Dalton. Dalton fists that one outside. And the Shamrocks have this one now. Lovely ball there by O'Neill. Thomas O'Neill finds his man. They are utilising that kick pass very well. Now it's Crawford again. Crawford has a wall of blue in front of him though. Gives it outside to Padraig Hines. Hines now doesn't get the ball up the first time, but gets it the second time. There's a couple of harsh tackles coming in. The referee gets his orders from the crowd on that one eventually to say that is a free, blow your whistle, and now it's going to be a free, and it's going to be Billy Hines who's going to take this one again. He's got 2 already today, 1 from free, 1 from play, and here he comes. Or is it Billy? He's got a tough angle on this one, out of his hands. 5 points to 4. Here he comes, decides to go out of his hands with this one, and what a beautiful strike against that one. Lovely bend on that one as he puts that one over the bar. Had taken the previous few off the ground, decided to take that one, or he hadn't, I should say. He's been taking them out of his hands all day. I was confusing him with Roach, who took the one before him. But that was a brilliant score by Billy Hines. Curled that around the post from about 35 metres out to leave the score all square here, and we're expecting the half-time whistle to go at any moment. And a whistle does go at any moment, but it's a free, and it's a free to Mount Sion. There was a tackle there, came in there by Jean-Paul Lucy. I think it was a shoulder in the back. The referee didn't like it, and now it's Stephen Roach of Mount Sion coming forward here. Roach does a nice little sidestep there to take him past 2 or 3 men, does another one. Owen Mulligan-esque almost there with the sidestep, lays the ball inside, and Mount Sion are into dangerous territory here. It's O'Neill, the man who was down a few minutes ago, looks to be recovered now, looking for some support. He has support, decides to ignore it, shoots with his left leg. That was a ridiculous effort at his shot, to be fair, from there. He had support inside, he had plenty of people he could have given that to. Shot with his left hand side and drove it maybe 14, 15 metres wide. That's 4 wides. And now Stephen Roach has gone down, and just as I mentioned that, the half-time whistle seems to have gone. Austin Leeson is in, appealing to the referee there, Timmy Organ, to say you're missing a few things, according to Leeson. Now, to be fair, it's been played in good spirit both times. Both sides doing everything they can to try and win this county final. But it's been, I suppose it's been a half of 2 halves, really. The first quarter was all about Shamrocks. They were 3 points to 1 up at the water break. Since then, Mount Sion came into it and they were leading. But just before the half-time whistle there, we saw Billy Hines put the ball over the bar from a free to leave it all square here. 5 points apiece at half-time. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with full coverage of the second half shortly.
interrupted there. Thanks.
Welcome back. We're just about to get underway here for the second half of this Waterford Junior A football county final. Today's game, I suppose, is brought to you in association with Baldwin's Ice Cream and Jim O'Neill Agri. So thanks very much for their kind sponsorship. And we're up and we're going. It's 5 points apiece. This is everything to play for here. Austin Leeson now on the ball, lays it outside, and it's Mount Sion who are straight away into this. It's O'Neill. O'Neill plays that one inside. Who's looking for inside the corner? It's the Shamrocks man who comes out with this very well, and they're driving out. They're hoping to start this as they started the first half. Crawford lays that on as far as Hines. Hines then feeds that forward, and they keep coming through Padraig Ahern. Shamrocks now, they look lively. Whatever was said at half time really seems to have sunk in as Dalton now plays that ball inside, and there could be a chance here, but the ball goes to ground. Is the referee there? The referee keeps the whistle in his mouth, doesn't decide to blow it. The ball has gone to ground now. There's a lot of players involved in this. Is it a Sion man who now is going to get up and win the ball almost like a rugby ruck there almost? Who's going to come away with it now? Still over and back, and it's eventually worked its way all the way in to Richard Roach now. Roach has it. Plenty of men around him. Jeez, he was really cool there, took a toe to hand inside his own small parallelogram, managed to just calm things down and get away with it and come out with the ball now through Donald Power. Donald Power now coming across the field, takes the toe to hand again, gives it back across. Mount Sion holding on to this one up as far as Stephen Roach. Roach, the team captain, in between the 265s. Again, looking for some support. Kennedy is making a run here on this near side and he spots him. John Kennedy gets onto that. Is he going to? He does. Manages to touch that down to himself. Good play from Kennedy, and he plays that back to Austin Gleeson. Austin Gleeson has 1 point from the first half. Goes past his man like he wasn't there. Still Gleeson. He's got great speed and power. Shoots that one in. A dangerous one dropping in around the house. Who's going to get onto this? O'Neill has it. O'Neill has it. His man falls, leaving him a bit of space. O'Neill quickly on the turn with his shot. But that one, yes it has. It's gone over the bar. Good score from O'Neill. He was helped there as his man seemed to lose his footing, giving him a bit of time and space, but we've seen him. He's been very sharp today. He's got 3 from frees and 2 from play. He's up to 5 for the day. The first score of the second half going to Mount Sion. It's 6 points to 5 here in Lemybrien. Kick out now here from Bernie Kelleher. What will they have worked on at half time? This one goes fairly central and it's well caught there. Well cut there by O'Neill. O'Neill gets onto that one. O'Neill has a point from the first half and he wins his side a free. Comes outside here to Tom Dalton. Dalton has this now. We're just looking around the field actually to see was there any change at half time. Hines has this one now, gives it as far as Crawford again. Doesn't seem to have been any changes so far on either team. Driving forward there. Hines, it was number 10 on number 10 there. Austin Leeson put in a fairly robust tackle in there on Hines. And Hines has won himself a free. And the referee has decided to move that forward for a bit of retaliation. And he's moved it into a much more scoring position. And Billy Hines will fancy his chances here. It's a bit closer. Now, we've talked about the breeze a few times in that first half. Whatever breeze is there is going into the face of the Shamrock men. Going into the face of the Shamrock man, Billy Hines. Is he going to take it or is it going to be Dalton? Dalton looks like he's holding the ball, so you'd imagine he's going to take it now. So they've changed free takers from that first half. Here comes Dalton again, out of his hands. He has yet to score in the game so far. 6 points to 5 in favour of Mount Sion. Here he goes. Dalton on his right foot. He looks like he was nearly off balance, and that's dropping dangerously and around his bouncing. It was let bounce, which is something you don't see too often. The Mount Sion men almost just wanted that to go out of play. It was dangerous, but they get away with it. Iggy O'Regan now fists that one forward, and it's Mount Sion again on the march. Late tackle come in there, and the referee decides to free, but it's quickly taken, and it's the Sion men driving forward to Donald Power. Donald Power kicks that one inside. Who's on the end of it? It's still Sion. Chance here. The shot comes in. There was a chance of a goal. It was all the way in there as far as Sinnott looked like he was going to go for the goal at the last minute. He put that one over the bar, but there was a chance there. Mount Sion just went straight through Shamrocks there like a knife through butter, straight through the heart of that defence. Came to Sinnott. Sinnott looked like he maybe was going to go for a goal. Eventually, I don't know, did he actually decide to take the point or just hit it too hard and put it over the bar? Either way, it's another point for Mount Sion. Austin Gleeson looks like he's under this one. He takes that, brilliantly taken. Maybe there was a knee in the back, but he took it either way. Gives it on to Stephen Roach. Stephen Roach plays it back to Power. Power, is he fouled? The referee says no. The referee is, and he's giving the ball the other way. Shamrocks get the free out of that. The referee isn't making too many friends here in the stand with the Mount Sion supporters, but it's going to be a free now, and there's a chance of a substitution now on the Shamrocks end. We'll call that once it comes into play, but it's going to be a free out now to Shamrocks. Goes as far as Crawford. Crawford feeds that one on as far as Dalton. Dalton gives it back to Crawford. Good running out of Crawford now. Still on this. Austin Leeson's on his back. The referee says there was a tug on the jersey. Tug on the jersey there, and Shamrocks get the free. Dalton plays that one. Low ball inside. They're onto this. Is there a chance of an attack here? Yes, there is. Good work. A good one too. Here come the Shamrocks. Work across the field. Chance of a goal. The shot comes in. And eventually it's Billy Hines who puts that one over the bar. But again, like down at the other end a few minutes ago, there was a chance of a goal there. A good team move that's eventually put over the bar by Billy Hines. That's Billy's 4th point of the day. There's definitely 2 subs coming on there for Shamrocks in the next couple of minutes. As the kick out is taken there, works out. Oh, there was a bit of a confusion there between the cornerback there, Jack Byrne. But the ball is quickly taken to Edward Hines now. Oh, Edward Hines, well cut out there by Iggy O'Regan. O'Regan holds onto that ball, playing it off his knees and leaves it as far as O'Neill. O'Neill gives that back across the field as Mount Sion hold on to this one. A tackle comes in around the neck on Peter Pencourt. Peter looks up, he's looking for some support, slowing things down. His side are a point up. Ian O'Regan fists that one forward. Hits that one forward as far as O'Brien. O'Brien takes the solo. O'Brien is looking up, slowing things down slightly, but still going forward. Leaves that one again as far as Sinnott. Sinnott was dangerous a few minutes ago, nearly had a goal, and this time he's tackled around the neck, the referee says, and it's going to be a free in about 21 yards out, and again, should be fairly scoreable. You'd imagine Martin O'Neill to step up and put this one over the bar to give his side a 2-point lead. But great excitement in the last couple of minutes. Both sides had genuine goal chances. Both sides opted for the points. But a goal will tell a lot in this game. So little between both teams. A goal is a huge thing to get in a game like this. But here comes Martin O'Neill. This is very central. It's about 20, right on the 21. He has 3 from frees already. Takes that one very nonchalant with that stroke and puts it over the bar. He's up to 6 points for the day now for Martin O'Neill. So it's Kelleher now again looking for this. And looks like there is a sub coming on there for Mount Sion. Their number 26 has made his way onto that field. Number 26 is Ian Galgi. Has just come onto the field. The referee hasn't been informed of it just yet, has he? The linesman is, and there's going to be a sub there also for Shamrocks. Double substitution even for Shamrocks. Number 22, it looks like Chris Murphy, who got a goal the last day out in the county semi-final. He's coming on, and as is number 14, Colm Roach, who was due to start. Colm Roach picked up an injury as well. He is a man to be able to bring on, a great man to be able to bring on. He has county experience with the hurlers, won a minor and under 21 with Waterford, and Colm Roach is now onto the field, as is Chris Murphy for the Shamrocks. 2 great men to be able to bring in a county final at this stage. So we're going to have another kick-off. Kicking off here. There's going to be a yellow card out there now. Didn't actually quite see who that was. We'll just have to keep an eye on that. I suppose it's when they get the second one is when we really need to worry. But a kick out not brilliantly taken. Stephen Roach intercepts that one. And here we go again. It's Mount Sion on the attack. It's O'Neill, the danger man all day long for Mount Sion. He has 2 or 3 players on him. Still holds onto the ball. Good ball laid outside there. Laid outside. And they still hold onto the ball. It's been turned over there. Good defending there by the Shamrocks to turn that one over. And now they come out again. It's Crawford. Crawford has been up and down this flank all day long. And he's keeping it going. Lovely low ball inside to the man who's only come on in the last few minutes. Good work out of him. And they hold on to the ball. It's Roach. Roach plays that one in, gives himself a free. And that is well done out of him. Chris Murphy come onto the field there, won that, played it into the other substitute, Colm Roach, and Colm Roach won himself a free. So now it's going to be a free. It's moved on and again for a bit of descent, and here we go. It should be a fairly easy one for Hines. Oh, it's curling at the last minute. Oh, that is a huge let off for Mount Sion. It was about, what, 21 yards out. As we spoke about earlier, taking them out of your hands isn't as easy as people think. There's a huge percentage error, they say, because it can hit off your shin, it can hit off your ankle. Just taking them off the ground cuts out an awful lot of the chances for errors. But Billy Hines has been fairly flawless up until that point, but that one was one he won't like to see back again. So it's kicked out again. Up there goes Austin Leeson. Austin Leeson gets one hand on that, but it goes to ground. A big shoulder comes in there. A big shoulder came in for Donald Power, but Shamrocks aren't waiting around. They're getting onto this down to Hines again. Billy Hines, he'll want to get that miss out of his head straight away. Maybe he'll take on his shot here to try and eradicate that. Gives it across outside. They still hold on to that one again. Still the Shamrocks on this one. It's Hines again. It's Edward Hines now. Edward Hines loses his footing at a very inopportune time, and he held on to it too long on the ground. The referee says that's going to be a free out. It's going to be a free out. And there's actually a Shamrocks man gone to ground, so we're going to stop for a few minutes while he receives a bit of attention. But this game, the second half has really come into life. Both teams have threatened the goals, but it's Mount Sion who have the 2-point lead, and that is the most important thing. The 2018 Junior A football champions against Shamrocks, who could potentially have a bit of a record. If they lose today, it'll be their 4th county final loss in a row. They definitely don't want that honour. But here we go. Mount Sion go back now across the field. Back as far as their goalie, back as far as Roach. Roach takes a few solos. He's in no hurry and he gives a very short pass to Iggy O'Regan. I don't think Iggy was too happy to receive that, only 2 yards from his own goalkeeper. But they've worked it now as far as O'Brien. Luke O'Brien goes back, does a little pirouette, gets the ball back again, gets a 1-2, gives it to Austin Gleeson. They're being pinned in their own half. Then Austin plays a wayward looking pass, but it might find Penkirk out there. He has a bit of space. It does go to its intended target in the end. Gives it out inside as far as Sinnott. Sinnott's on the ball. Sinnott has a bit of space. Tries to gather it out as far as Donald Power. Power gives that across as far as Austin Gleeson now. Austin Gleeson sprays that quarterback style across. Well cut out, but he doesn't manage to get it. And it's Ian O'Regan who gets onto that, feeds that outside. Chance of a shot here. Nicely curled over the bar. A good shot came in there from Martin Blondie O'Neill. He puts that over the bar. And that's his first score day. The other Martin O'Neill has 6. Now he has 1. And it's 9 points to 6 to Mount Sion here in Lemybrien. Shamrocks look to be warming up another player out there. They're number 19. Sorry, it's Edward O'Neill. Edward O'Neill about to come onto the field. It really is do or die at this stage. Do you want it? Do you want this county final? And both sides don't want to give up anything here. Here we go now with the kick out. Kick out, oh, again, the Shamrocks man loses his footing at an inopportune time, and Mount Sion turn this one over. They've get the ball, they're working it over back there, Penkirk. He was involved in the last move, and now they've worked it as far as Stephen Roach. Stephen Roach goes back to Iggy. Iggy feeds that one up to O'Neill. O'Neill scored a point there just a few moments ago and feeds that one down into the corner. Feeds it in, and Mount Sion hold on to possession. Good running off the shoulder here by Kennedy. Kennedy rises the tackle, hold on to possession. Austin Gleeson now. Austin on the ball, he has a point already today. Gives it to O'Neill. Blondie O'Neill gets the ball. The referee says he's fouled. The crowd give an ironic cheer here in the stand as Mount Sion it's going to be a free. You imagine it's going to be Martin O'Neill. Again, there's no gimmies, I suppose, at this level, but he is in pretty good form free-wise. He has 4 already, he has 2 from play. And now he's going to stand up and take this one between the 21 and the 45 on his left-hand side. Here he comes. Here comes O'Neill. The man they call Fish. Here he goes, left-footed. Gets a decent connection on, and it's pretty accurate. Johnny Sexton style almost with his accuracy off the ground. Good score over the bar. And another one from O'Neill and another one from Mount Sion. 4 points in it now. Shamrocks bringing on, yet it looks like Owen Lenihan, another substitute coming on there, number 20, Owen Lenihan. So now they've made 1, 2, 3, 4 substitutions. Only 1 left for them. And making his way off the field there is Ed Lonergan, the man who scored the first point of this game. So now it's O'Neill of Shamrocks. Gives that outside, they hold on to possession here. Working the ball up along the line. Still hold on to this, still the Shamrocks coming up the line. But the ball has beat them all and went back out over the line. And it's going to be a line ball now to Mount Sion. Ian O'Regan walks over to get this one. That must be driving the Shamrocks fans mad. He walks over in absolutely no hurry to get this one. He does get it eventually. The referee needs to maybe hurry things up here. Puts that one back across the field. Nearly catches his own defence out here. But it's Mount Sion now hold on to this one. And they've managed to recover from that slight error in their own backs. This one is played down inside. Brilliantly taken. Fine catch there, laid off to Austin Gleeson now. Austin Gleeson over the 45. Still Austin, leaving it into straight Roach. Roach has it, hacks at it first time. What a save! What a move from outside, but what a save! Back there by Bernie Kelleher. Only brought into the team at the last minute, but what a save! Stephen Roach took that on the half volley. It was going into the bottom corner, but Kelleher got down, got a hand to it, and put it out for a 45. But that could have been that if that had found the net. Brilliant save by Kelleher. Brilliant move for Mount Sion. But that could have been game, set, match. Brilliant save by Kelleher. Good shot from Stephen Roach after a great move from Mount Sion. This one is still in the melting pot. Shamrocks need to get something into this game though. It's now a 45 to Mount Sion. Going to be taken again by Martin O'Neill. Martin O'Neill is the top scorer out there today. Both sides have no one who's matching his scoring rate at the moment. And here he goes now again left-footed. He's been fairly unerring so far today. And that is another great strike out of him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points for him. With 7 of them, or with 6 of them coming from place balls. Now here comes Keller again. He must be feeling on top of the world after that save, but he wants to find a man. He wants to be able to pass this to a man in a green and white jersey. They need to get a score. 11 points to 6 now. His team are down. Yes, brilliant catch by him. He finds a man. He finds a man in white that he was looking for. Plays that down inside, and here they go again. Good move. Oh, the interplay just didn't go to hand, and Donald Power of Mount Sion picks that one up. He's playing it on the ground. The referee says play on. What has the referee decided? He walks into this one to try and give the decision. It looks like it's going to be a Shamrocks free. That Shamrocks free is going to be played by John Paul Lucy. Quickly taken out into space to Shane Roach. The referee says he took that too quickly though, but he's moved it in another small little bit. It's going to be slightly more score now for Billy Hines, you'd imagine. Or is it going to be Murphy is going to take this? I imagine it'll probably be Hines, but Murphy is making shapes that he wants the ball. But no, it's going to be Hines again. Hines stepping over this one. He has 4 already today. Again, fairly central. He missed the last one. He'll want to get this one. Here he goes, left-footed. And he's put it over. It was close, but the umpire put up his hand, and they needed that one. They badly needed a score there, and the referee has blown his whistle for the water break. So we've about 15 minutes of football to go here in Lemybrien. There's just 4 points in this one. 4 points in favour of Mount Sion. They probably were the more dominant team in that third quarter, we'll call it. And the main highlight from that was the great interplay between Austin Leeson and Stephen Roach. Stephen Roach had a real chance of a goal, took the ball on the full volley from around the penalty spot, but it was brilliantly saved by Bernie Keller in the Shamrocks goals. That has probably been the play of the day from both sets of teams, I suppose. Keller's save was nearly the highlight from a Shamrocks footballing point of view, and Stephen Roach's half volley was absolutely a thing of beauty as well. Didn't find the net. It would have been going viral on YouTube if that had gone in, but the brilliant save from Keller, who knows, that could also go viral. But we've 7 points to 11 points in this one. Coming into the last 15 minutes or so, this one is really in the melting pot. Who is going to take it? Is it going to be Shamrocks for the first time since 1984? Or is it going to be Mount Sion for the first time since 2018? All will be revealed in the next 15 minutes or so. Both teams now in their huddles, both teams getting their last bit of instructions. This is the last bit of instructions they'll get for the year potentially if they go out. If they win, of course, they'll go on into the Munster Championship. But at the moment, all they're thinking about is winning this county title. Shamrocks looked like they were finished with their huddle, then decided to have another go at it. So one last bit of instructions to get to try and unlock that Mount Sion defence. They do need to get the next couple of scores. Mount Sion, on the other hand, will just feel they just need to keep doing what they're doing. Keep control of that ball. Keep ticking that scoreboard over. And it'll be their title once again. So Mount Sion are out. Shamrocks are still in that huddle. They're just about to break now here in Lemybrien in this Junior A County Football Final. Today's game brought to you in association with Baldwin's Ice Cream and Jim O'Neill Agri. Thanks very much for your kind sponsorship. So we're going to restart now with a kick out to Mount Sion. And their goalkeeper, Richard Roach. He's in no huge hurry, as you'd probably expect, trying to play down the clock as much as he can. Don't think the referee has started the clock though, so this might all be in vain, but either way, we'll get going here into the last quarter. And we're off, and Austin Leeson tried to go for that, goes over his head, but Mount Sion get what they wanted out of it, and it's Donald Power. Donald Power plays a quick ball down as far as O'Neill. Blondie O'Neill, as he's known locally, gives that inside. Dangerous ball inside, a bit of pushing and shoving, and the referee spots that. Good defended there by the Shamrocks, and they managed to win themselves a free out, and they'll be hoping to build on this, hoping to get a score. Ball played all the way out there as far as Edward O'Neill. O'Neill has it now out by the sideline. Takes his hop, takes a solo, gives it inside. The ball just doesn't stick though. Mount Sion have turned it over. Stephen Roach on the far side of the field feeds that forward. Sion on the attack here again. The shot coming in from around the 21. It was a tired looking shot, but it doesn't matter. It goes over the bar. That was Ivan Sinnott with his second point of the game. And now we're gone out to 7 points to 12 in favour of the 2018 champions. And it's Bernie Keller now in goals with the kick out. Goes short enough. Stephen Roach is flying around there from outside. They're trying to intercept everything, but it's Padraig Hines who picks it up. Padraig Hines then fists that one forward. They're holding on to possession here on the far side of the field. They need to get the ball up to the other end of the field from their own point of view. They're 5 points down coming into the last 14 or so minutes of this game. And the referee has given a free. Shamrocks didn't take that in the style the referee would like, and I think they've stolen 10 or 15 yards there, but the referee lets it play on. Here comes Crawford now. Crawford has been up and down this field, as we said, all game. Gives that one nice fist pass inside. They're trying to create something up here. Is there a shot on? The shot comes in again. Oh, it's gone in! It's found its way all the way to the back of the net. Into the back of the net. The crowd here goes wild. How that managed to get all the way into the net, we'll never know. Owen Lennon looked to be the person to find that to the back of the net. Owen Lennon's shot looked weak. It looked like possibly Richard Roach in the Mount Sion goal took his eye off it. It sprayed through his hand and ended up into the back of the net. And now we've got a game in our hands. 1-7 to 12 points. Just 2 points in this one with about 12 minutes or so to go. Austin Leeson now gets this. He kicks that one forward, drives it down into the corner. Mount Sion will want to respond immediately. The referee saw something he didn't like there, so it's going to be a free in to Mount Sion. And as we said, they'll want to get something immediately after that shock goal down at the other end. A mistake for Richard Roach, and a chance comes in. The shot comes in on the right hand side, well worked inside there. And Martin O'Neill, who has been the saviour for Mount Sion all game, got that on his right hand side. There was a chance of a goal, went high and put it over the crossbar. So 1-7 here, Shamrocks 13 points, Mount Sion. And it's Kelleher now of Shamrocks going short. Jason Ahern now has it. Jason Ahern has a man in front of him, he gives it as far as Hines. Padraig Hines now. Padraig Hines looking up, fisted as far as Crawford. The pitch did him no favours there as Martin O'Neill manages to intercept it for Mount Sion. Here comes O'Neill going across the field laterally. Blondie then kicks that one forward, kicks it inside as far as Fish, his namesake. The two O'Neills combining well, the two Martin O'Neills combining well. Brilliant block there. Shamrocks turn that one over. An inspirational block there from the Shamrocks, and they start to come out of their own defence again. John Paul Lucy, here we come. Here comes Lucy. The crowd are really getting behind him as he starts to solo up the field one way or the other. Doesn't back himself with a shot though, goes back, and they lose momentum there slightly. Maybe should have taken on the shot. Now it's a shot coming in from Roach. The shot is bouncing. The goalkeeper took a good long look at that. Richard Roach. We would have said it was an easy one up there a few minutes ago. Oh, he's lost the ball. Is his confidence waning slightly after that? He lost that one, goes to ground, but he manages to get it away in the end. But again, it's turned over. The Shamrocks really, their dander is up at the moment. They're trying to capitalise on it, on this purple patch. Nice pirouette there from Hines, but his shot is blocked. And Iggy O'Regan managed to clear that away, but only as far as Penkirk. The referee saw something he didn't like. Ian O'Regan is down, and we can all take a little breather for a second. 1-7 to 13 points. Richard Roach there in the Mount Sion goal just completely misjudged that ball for the goal, and we're crediting it to Owen Lennon getting a touch on it and knocking it into the back of the net there. He was the last person to get at and on it. It looks like Iggy is up and he's okay. He'll want to finish out the last 10 or so minutes of this Junior A county final and add another medal to his list of honours. So it's a line ball now to Mount Sion on the far side of the field. What's going to happen here in the last 10 minutes or so in this county final? Kick down the field, and it's a Mount Sion man who again hacks at that and drives it forward. There's only 2 or 3 players inside the half, but one of them is a Shamrocks man. That Shamrocks man is Jason Ahern, but he's lost it. There was a plug on the jersey. The referee plays advantage as Blondie O'Neill has it now. Martin O'Neill on the far side, or the near side of the field. He's out at a difficult angle though, and he plays that one back. And still Mount Sion in possession of the ball. They've lost it though. Nice little kick up there as far as Kennedy. Kennedy gives it back as far as Austin Gleeson. A difficult angle for Gleeson, but he fancies it. What a score! Out by the sideline. Austin Gleeson makes the angle, which was pretty difficult. He laughs in the face of difficultness. Puts that one over the bar, outside of the right boot. It's now 14 points to 1-7. Austin Gleeson got a point in the first half. Now he's got one in the second half. And here we go, Kelleher. Kelleher on the right boot. Kicks that one. It's well taken. Well taken there by Lucy. Lucy nearly takes that too quickly. He was trying to find Crawford. But Austin Gleeson gets his body in the way and just drives that one as far away from his own goal as possible. And it's going to be a sideline kick. A sideline kick to Shamrocks. Taken there by Ahern. The referee didn't like what he saw there though. I think he's going to have to go back. What is he deciding here? It looks like the ball has been turned over though. It's going to be now. What is the referee deciding here? No one is really sure. He's going to throw it up, it looks like. Is Stephen Roach, is he going to throw it up to? Surely not. Stephen Roach is one of the smallest men on the field. Yeah, he takes a step back from that one. And a far bigger man, Austin Leeson, who's 6'2" or 3", goes in for that one. Gets a hand in it and feeds it back to the aforementioned Roach. And Sion hold on to this one. The shot coming in from a difficult enough angle. But that one goes to the right and wide. And the Shamrock men celebrate that as if they had scored a point. That was Ian Galgi putting that one to the right and wide for Mount Sion. And now it's going to be Bernie Kelleher again to kick this one out. Goes short. Does he find a man? Stephen Roach read that like you'd read a book. Got up, intercepted that, won himself a free. And that could be another score for Mount Sion. It was well read from him though. As we mentioned a few times, he's not the tallest man in the world, but he got up well there. He read that so well. Intercepted the kick out. And now it's going to be Martin O'Neill for Mount Sion to take another free. Again, this is slightly farther out, but he will like it because it's pretty central. It's inside the 45 though. He's been deadly accurate with the frees so far in this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 he has, as we mentioned already. He has 3 from play, so he has 9 of the 114. Here he goes, left-footed again. Nice trajectory on that one. And again, it's over the bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points. That is a good display in any county final at any level from Martin F. O'Neill. So Kelleher again, he's been busy with the kick-outs today, especially in the second half. Brilliant kick off, finds his man. They call the mark and they'll be hoping to establish an attack from this. They've worked it inside. Who's onto that? It's bouncing. It's the Shamrocks man. They're doing well there. It's Chris Murphy, the man who scored in the last game out. He scored in the semi-final. Now he's giving it back again. They've worked it in as far as Shane Roach. Shane Roach yet to score today. Is he going to fancy his chances? Yes, he does. On the left-hand side, that one is drifting. It's drifting. And it's drifting to the left and wide. It was worth a chance. There was a few players maybe inside. He did fancy his chances, but that one didn't go on its intended target. We're coming into the last 6 or 7 odd minutes here in this county final. It's 15 points to 1-7 in favour of the men from the city. And now Richard Roach takes a couple of steps back here. John Kennedy, the full forward, has come here to this near side. Has he spotted him? No, he hasn't. He decides to go pretty central, straight down the field. Who's up for that? It's a Mount Sion man who has that again, and they feed it forward. And it's worked his way all the way as far as the aforementioned Kennedy. He gives that on to Gleeson. Gleeson full of running all day long. The pitch is bobbling. It's not helping him very much. Has he eventually got it? Yes, he has, but he's out by the corner flag. What's he doing from there? He's putting across a dangerous looking cross. It's bouncing. It's in the hands of a man with a blue jersey. It drops. Who got it? Oh, brilliant block there. Absolutely fantastic block. Luke O'Brien had only one thing on his mind there. He was going for a goal, but it was a brilliant block there from the Shamrocks defender. And it results in a line ball on the far side of the field. Nice and far away from danger from a Shamrocks point of view. But there was a chance there. Gleeson went down to the corner, put a dangerous ball across. It was caught. The shot came in, but it was well blocked. And we remain at 1-7 to 15 points. In favour of Mount Sion. And now it's worked out. O'Neill, the danger man all day. The man who was 10 points, but the referee again has called it back. He's been a little bit fussy. He'd argue, the referee would argue that the players aren't following the rules, but he's called this one back. So it's going to be possibly another throw up, is it? Yeah, he's going to throw it up, it looks like. And again, he has thrown it up, and who's going to win this one? It's the Shamrocks man wins this one. The Shamrocks man over there is John Paul Lucy, and he wins his side of free and gives them a chance to just get as many men forward as they can. And here they come on the march, driving forward up to the 45. The ball goes to ground, but the attack continues. It's up to Billy Hines. Billy has it now, takes a couple of solos, but he drops it. And is the ball staying in play? Yes, it is. And it's just hacked down the field to Sinnott. Sinnott, who has 2 points, gives it on to Roach. Roach hand passes that to himself, and he's driving forward. What an engine this man has. He's driving forward. He's up to the 21. He feeds it forward. Still Sion on the attack. He's looking for the return. Here comes Stephen Roach, the team captain, leading by example with the shot. Has that gone over? I don't think it has. I think that went to the right and wide. It was a good move by Roach. Came all the way down the field, but maybe he was just wrecked from the run and put that to the right and wide. 1-7 to 15 points here in this Junior A county final. Again, the ball is kicked out and it's won by the Shamrocks. The mark is called and they played it down inside. Here comes Chris Murphy. Murphy is out in front of his man. He is lively. Gives a kick pass inside to Hines. Hines gets it on the second attempt. Gives it back to Murphy. Murphy on the 45 now. Plenty of space in front of him. Feeds that inside. Here come the Shamrocks. They're over the 41. Oh, and an outrageous attempt at a tackle there by Luke O'Brien of Mount Sion. and they've won themselves a free now on the 21. On the 21, it'll be difficult enough to try and work a goal from this, but that's what they'll be trying. A yellow card there, a well-deserved yellow card there, you would imagine. He did more or less rugby tackle him. It's actually his second yellow for Luke O'Brien, and Luke O'Brien has gone off the field with a red card for 2 yellows. He's off, and we'll just follow the play here again for a second as Hines puts that one over the bar. So Luke O'Brien, for that rugby tackle, has got his marching orders. They're down to 14 for the last, what have we got, 5 minutes or so in this game. Mount Sion down to 14. Shamrocks get the point and they get the man advantage. So will that give him the boost they need for the last few minutes as Alan Corwin makes his way onto the field for Mount Sion? 1-8 to 15 points. 1-8 is 11, 15 is 15 obviously. So we've 4 points in this one. With about 4 minutes or so to go, you'd imagine. Roach to take the kick out. Again, he's in no hurry. He slips as he takes that, and is it going to land straight into the hands of Pádraig Hines? Pádraig Hines has it, goes short with the kick, finds a Shamrocks man, which is the main thing, and they hold on to this. They're going to try and get the impetus from having the extra man. Crawford going forward, gives it to Billy Hines. Billy Hines on the 21. Hines takes the solo. Hines goes across. Does he find another man? That's a slightly wayward pass, but they manage to hold on to possession. They're still holding on to possession. A wall of blue in front of them, but they're working it. Back to Billy Hines. Billy on his left. Billy with the shot, and Billy with the point. Well worth score. Billy Hines now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points for Billy. 1-9 to 15 points here in Lemybrien in this Junior A county final. About 2 minutes or so, I reckon, is all that's left in this one. Very little time left in this Junior A county final. We're going to be looking at the referee in a few minutes. That'll be up to him to decide how long is actually added. 1-9 to 15 points. Here we go with the kick out again. The crowd really starting to get into this one. They're really starting to enjoy it. And again, it's well taken by Hines. He's winning all the Mount Sion kick outs. And he's starting moves. And here we go. Can they create something? Comes back as far as Hines. Hines feeds it forward. Here come the Shamrocks. Is there a chance of a goal here? Oh! Christopher Murphy, as he had done in the semi-final. He had goal on his mind, but on that occasion just couldn't control it. The hand pass was slightly out of his range. If he had got that, you imagine all he would have been thinking about was goal. But he couldn't control it. It goes out of play, and the score remains 1-19 to 15. The Shamrocks mentors there on the line, trying to get their team up, trying to keep them pinned in, trying to keep the Mount Sion lads pinned in. Mount Sion will have other ideas. They just want to get the ball to one of their big men. They're trying to get it down to O'Neill, trying to get it down to Gleeson. Again, it's up there. Again, it's a Shamrocks ball. Again, brilliantly won there by Lucy. John Paul Lucy feeds that one again to Hines. Pádraig Hines. Pádraig Hines looks up. He does love to play heads-up football. Gives it to Shane Roach. Shane Roach goes forward. Shane Roach's shot is blocked and is turned over there and booted as far as possible away. It looks like it's Martin. Blondie O'Neill was trying to get onto that, but the Shamrocks have turned it over again. Brilliantly worked out of them. And they hold on to the ball, leaving this one inside. Who's going to get onto that? A couple of Shamrocks men go for it. A couple of Mount Sion men go for it. But it's the man with number 14 on his back. First Sion, Kennedy, all the way back in his own full back line almost. Got that, but he's turned over. Great strength in numbers, almost Tyrone style. There for the Shamrocks, and they have it. And they've won themselves a free. Pádraig Hines, who's been immense in the last few minutes, wins that one, gives it back as far as Billy Hines. Now Crawford, the centre, the half back, gives it forward. Still the Shamrocks on the attack here. But too many steps taken there. Edward O'Neill adjudged to have taken too many steps. And Mount Sion will breathe a sigh of relief as they can take a few minutes to steady themselves. They were under the cosh for a long time there. It must have been 5 minutes of constant pressure from the Shamrocks. But Sion have managed to hold on, and it's Austin Gleeson all the way back there. He drills that one forward, looking for O'Neill. Brilliantly read there by Evan O'Neill on the other side of the field. And he kicks that one forward, and the Shamrocks are starting to build now again. It's Roach, Colm Roach. Colm Roach feeds that one forward. They're holding on to the possession still. Still the Shamrocks, still on the attack. They're trying to win their first county since 1984. But Mount Sion are doing everything they can to stop that happening. And now it's Stephen Roach. Stephen Roach gives a fist pump as they gather possession from that free. Stephen Roach, the Mount Sion captain, the man who will be lifting the cup in a few minutes' time if things stay as they are. Yellow card handed out there, but it's Ian Iggy O'Regan who has the ball. has the ball. He's stolen a fair few yards there since that free was taken. But it's back as far as Roach. Roach now has it. Still 1-9 to 15 points in favour of the City men. It's now O'Neill. Martin F. O'Neill has it. Gives it down the line. Gives it down. They're still working here through the other O'Neill. Dangerous one inside. Is there a chance of a goal here? Looks like there is. The shot comes in. Into the back of the net. A brilliantly worked move there in the end. And it's Ian Galgi who finds the net and possibly puts this one to bed. Possibly guarantees Mount Sion their first Junior A county football title since 2018. They look like they're under the cosh for a long time. But a brilliant team move there. Ended with Galgi putting that into the back of the net on his left foot. And now 1-15 to 1-9. That trophy looks to be heading back to the City. But Shamrocks haven't given up on this again. And one man in particular who never gives up is Padraig Hines. Padraig Hines won the free there. And now it's Shamrocks just trying to do everything they can. They know they don't have a huge amount of time left. 1-9 to 15. 6 points in this. They need a goal with this attack. And they're doing everything they can to get it. Driving forward here. Lucy feeds it inside. Still the Shamrocks on the attack. Over and back across the field. Hines gives a little dummy. The shot comes in. It's a foot block. A foot block, and he looked like he knew exactly what he was trying to do there, did Hines. Intelligent play from him. His shot definitely didn't have the power to beat the goalie. He goes quickly again. Another foot block there, this time by Martin F. O'Neill. And it's going to be a free now inside the 21. It looks like it's Hines who's going to take this again. Hines, who's been in good form in the last couple of minutes. He's scored frees, he's scored from play. He's in around the penalty spot now with this one. But Mount Sion have the goal lined. This is Michael Meehan type stuff from 2008 when he scored that famous goal against Cork when the goals were lined. Not going to be easy here for Billy Hines. He's looking at it, though he shoots. Plenty of men on the line and one of them manages to block it and they come away. And there we have it. There is the final whistle. The final whistle has gone here in Lemybrien with a historic win for Mount Sion. The first time since 2018 they have won the Junior A county final. 1-15 to 1-9 Mount Sion. Unfortunately for Shamrocks, their heartbreak continues. That's 4 county finals in a row now they've come out on the wrong side of. From their point of view, though, they have won 4 divisional titles, 4 Western championships, so they have a lot to build on, but to lose 4 county finals in a row is heartbreaking. Mount Sion, on the other hand, 1-15 to 1-9 winners. The man of the match there, in today's game, the JJ Kavanagh man of the match has to go to Martin F. O'Neill. Martin got 10 points. 10 points he scored in this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coming from frees and 3 from play. He was impervious throughout the game, though. His free taking was something like we mentioned already, like Johnny Sexton does with the rugby team. Just showed a lot of confidence, put the ball down and struck it over the bar. 1-9 to 1-15 is how this one has finished in Lemybrien. We're going to take a quick pause as they get things ready here to present the cup in Lemybrien to Stephen Roach, the Mount Sion captain.
Lads.
Coming Canuck Sion agus na Shamrocks agus Wavalum Trace Lou leis an GAA club. A great entertaining game of football, winner football at this time of the year. I'd like to compliment both clubs, both Mount Sion and Shamrocks, for serving up that. What can you say for the Shamrocks? 4 county finals in a row to be losing. For a small club, for a rural club, to stay at it, to stay coming back year on year, I think a special round of applause for them. It's a tough station for them. We need all our clubs, obviously, but for Shamrocks to finish up the year again on a losing county final, to go away and have to regroup and to go again, and like I said, with a small group, small population, small community, great credit is due to them. Today is all about Mount Sion, obviously, you know what I mean, fantastic win. You've won it a few years back, and I wish you all the very, very best in the Munster Championship campaign. So well done to Mount Sion. A few thank yous that I have to get through. Obviously to Lemybrien first and foremost, Kilrossan GAA, fantastic complex as you can see here, and the sod that we have had here, they've given it to us in bad weather, and obviously it is dry today, but fair play to Kilrossan, they've always been good for the county board. I'd also like to thank JJ Kavanagh's. JJ, as everybody knows, has been our sponsor of our club championships for many, many years. So again, without JJ Kavanagh's and similar sponsors, we're indebted to each and every one of them. So I'd like to thank JJ Kavanagh's for that. Ken is here representing him, and the man of the match is Martin F. O'Neill.
I'm Matt Fish.
Oh, fight. Mount Sion are no strangers to county finals, and again, sincere on behalf of the county board, it's a pleasure to announce you as junior champions for this year, and well done on that. Again, the last thank yous is to our referees. Yeah,
give over.
All I'll say about our referees, you don't understand the amount of phone calls it is to get referees and umpires and linesmen. They're volunteers. He didn't come here today wanting to make mistakes. He made mistakes. I'd ask every player here today maybe to think about it. Put up your hand or in your own mind what mistakes were made by you. Referees make mistakes, and it's easy to say go way out of it, absolutely. But I have to say, without our referees, and they get an awful lot of abuse, some of it warranted, some people will say, I will say no, never warranted. They're volunteers, they're amateurs, they most certainly make mistakes, and if you ask Timmy Organ for all the matches and all the lines that he's done this year for matches, both juvenile, ladies, camogie, everything, he will absolutely say, being honest with, that he made mistakes as well, but not deliberately. So I would like to congratulate all of them. No problem. And there's no, it's fine. But like I said, there's referee courses on soon. If anyone wants to take up the whistle or whatever, there's no problem there. There's no problem. But look, today, on a serious note, I want to lay sincere congratulations to Mount Sion on a fantastic win, a fantastic year that you've had in the football field, and well done. And I now ask your captain Stephen to lift up the cup. Well done. Two big massive men here, yeah.
I won't. Lads, I'll keep this short like the final as well. Thanks to Enar, Mackie and Welto for the year. Look, we put in a bit of effort this year. Always good to finish off the year with a bit of silverware. Thanks to the officials as well. Thanks to all the supporters and all the lads for giving the commitment as well at the end of the year. To Shamrocks lads, not like I'm saying I was going to make you feel any better. A recent accident brought you together as a parish. You have a Western Cup to go and celebrate as well tonight. Getting bet in 4 finals is not easy for anybody. So I won't give you the 3 cheers, I think it's a bit patronising, but just give a round of applause lads for a great game. Alright. Thanks again lads, well done. Well done lads. Well done.
Be careful what you say.
Do you want to say a few words? Again?
No, I don't.
Don't push forward now.